Hey, what's up, 180 Fit? Let's talk about weight loss success and truly the importance of your why. You've heard me talk about the why before. So the who is you and the what is weight loss. The how hopefully is, or at least includes, diet and exercise. But what about this why that I talk about? That was one of the questions that I got asked. Jen, tell me a little more about the why. The why is different for everyone. Hopefully you've taken some time to pen down your personal why. But here we'll talk about why having a why is important to weight loss and talk about possible motivations that could become your why. So if we haven't met before, real quick, before we dive in, my name is Jen Plykent, holistic empowerment coach, changing from a place of stuck to authentic thriving through personal training, through group fitness, nutrition coaching, and life and transformational coaching, void of diet fads and empty promises and hours of cardio fits into your life right now. Make sure you like, subscribe wherever you are to my channel or to my page to get more relevant and timely things to answer your questions on this fit journey. So the importance of our why, let's really dive in here and stay tuned to the end because I'm going to give you my secret hack to how I determine my why. The why of weight loss is your motivation. If you ask someone why you're trying to lose weight and you don't have the answer, it probably means that you aren't going to be very successful in your weight loss journey, okay? That's just truth. Losing weight and keeping it off is difficult. And if it's something that no one can do for you, it takes dedication, it does take willpower. The idea that you can't do it, the idea is that you have to want to, okay? So it isn't that you can't do it, it's that you have to want to. But why should you want to? There's the idea out there that losing weight is sort of just overall good. That doesn't need to have a reason to be good. It just is. However, that might not be enough for you, and that's okay. So what are some things that could be your why? A long life could be your why. One of the great why has to do with our lifespan. It doesn't matter whether you're, up there in years or not, or if you're carrying unhealthy weight, shortens your life. It's a matter of fact. Several of the most common causes of death in America are symptoms of a group of illnesses called metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is a cluster of diseases that are more common in people with unhealthy weight. They include heart attack, stroke, diabetes, and other conditions that we don't have to live with. They're the ones that can be avoided and can be turned around ultimately. The desire to stay alive can be a pretty powerful why. There's a saying these days that most people say jokingly, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. It's fun to say, but actually being diagnosed with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, or other warning signs for an early death should change that tune. And I don't want you to reach that point. Hopefully we're conquering that before you reach that point. Mobility can also be your why. Another great why for you can be mobility or activity. It's partially a great why because it's also a great how. Carrying extra weight makes it more difficult to engage in physical activity. Not only does it limit your options when it comes to the activities you would possibly engage in, it also leads to slippery slope and which makes high body weight make it harder to be active, and being active makes it harder to maintain a healthier weight. You may say that physical activity isn't for you. However, if you think about all the kinds of physical activity that are out there, from walking to running to hiking to biking to swimming to dancing, it becomes harder to believe that you really aren't out there or aren't interested in it at all. I bet you can find something that you enjoy movement. Mental health can also be your why. One possible why has to do with happiness and self-esteem. Studies have shown that engaging in physical activity makes you happier and more mentally healthy, whether you're overweight or not. This can be sort of a half why. If physical activity makes people feel better, regardless of whether or not they're overweight, then weight loss doesn't need to be your reason to exercise, even though it can contribute to weight loss. We've talked already about how being fit may not be an inherent good in life psychology. One thing that most people do consider inherent good is self-control. And this is something that you can practice by watching what you eat and how often you work out. In this way, your why for weight loss can be a mental one rather than a physical one. Another why that actually is a lot of people's, I find, when we dive into this in coaching, is that family and friends can be a why. And finally, weight loss is something you need to do for you, but sometimes you need a reason that's beyond you to do it. And it may be that you really don't care about your health, or really haven't found an activity that you care about enough and don't feel the need to improve your mental health or fortitude. However, there are probably people in your life that you care about and that you would do anything for. In fact, you might sacrifice your health to be there and to show up for other people, or for your kids, or for your spouse, or for your nieces and nephews. And they're probably honestly worried about you and your health as well. So in the absence of your own why, you can always use someone else as your why. There are a lot of reasons that this why can help you with weight loss. There are also a wide variety of things that can serve as your inspiration if you haven't found one yet. So I encourage you, find your why and be the best that you can be, because you're worth it. So many times we have this low self-esteem, thinking that we're not worth it. And I know I've battled with that in the past. I battled with a lot of just insecurities and hatred with self, and a lot of just issues from the past. And, I had to learn how to see value in myself and being myself and being authentically me. And, I define my true why. And that's the reason one of the reasons I even have GoGen and 180 Fit is because it's part of my big why. It's part of my mission. It's part of my heartbeat. It's part of why I'm here on this earth and this planet. I truly believe it's my calling. And to find out your why, I learned this from Dean Garziosi. This is not mine, so give credit where credit's due. And I just learned this actually back in August, end of August, beginning of September. And he talks about 7 layers deep. And I love this activity. If you ever coach with me, or if you've been a part of any of my seminars, you'll know that this is one of the first things we do. And you can use this for any area of your life. And 7 layers deep is simply that you put your thing at the top. So I want to lose weight, or I want to, get fit, or whatever. Then you ask yourself why. And you put down your first thing, well, because I want to feel better about myself, or fit into, a smaller pair of clothes, or whatever it is. Then you ask yourself, well, why do you want to fit into a smaller pair of clothes? Because I don't want to have to keep buying bigger and bigger clothes. I'm tired of having to, buy clothes in the plus section. Why are you tired of buying clothes in the plus section? Well, because it makes me feel like I'm fat, or whatever. I don't have the money to spend. Why does it make you feel fat? And you go down, you ask yourself why 7 times. You'll know something. Around number 4, you move from head answers to heart answers. But you have to go through all 7. You'll be tempted to stop at 5 or 6. But go to 7. I did, and I was shocked to find out my answers for my why with certain things. Don't be surprised if you move to tears. Normally it stems from something in the past. Maybe your hurt can even be, or maybe something you hated about your childhood that you don't want it to be the same. Wherever it is, you need to find that. And when you do, draw out a picture or write it out and put it in front of you where you see it every day, whether it be on your fridge. That way every time you want to go eat, you have to see your why as to why you don't want to. On your wall, in your office, in your car. Maybe put it several places, in your closet. But when you're reminded of your why, it can give you the courage and the boldness and the capacity to move past any kind of temptation, any type of comfort that you might find in the present. And so I really encourage you to do 7 layers deep. It's a powerful exercise. And if you need help at all with it, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you out with that. I'm looking at even doing a training here soon. This is June 12th, 2020. So if it's within a couple weeks, there's probably already out there. So check my channel because I have had some stuff about it. But I'm looking at doing a training on the importance of discovering you. And really it's just the importance of discovering your why. And just really unpacking the things that really hold us back from ever losing weight. And the mental part is so strong. And like I said in the past, it's not something we talk about enough. And as someone who is here, has her degrees and certifications in all the different areas, it's important for me to bring you the holistic approach and the truth. Because I feel like there's so many people out there wanting to give you empty promises and quick fixes. And there's no quick fix to undoing things that have held us up for years. We didn't get to where we are overnight, and we will lose the way to undo our mindset overnight. But you know it's possible because I've done it, and countless others who have worked with me have done it. So the path is there. I've paved it. You don't have to make as many, stumbles as I have. And I believe in you. You're worth it. And sometimes it's hard to hear and hard to believe, and I know that. Because forever I didn't believe I was worth it. But you are worth it. No matter what anyone's told you, no matter what you believed. This journey and this life is for you. And it's yours to grab and to live authentically and at your level 10. And isn't that what we all want? To be authentically ourselves, be comfortable in our own skin, and to thrive and know it's possible. Not only possible, actually our reality. And I guarantee you it can be for you. As always, in the show notes or in the notes, wherever you're watching, depends on where you're watching this at. But wherever it is, look at the notes, and there's ways to contact me. If there's any way I can help you on this journey, I'm here for you in any way. Please continue to ask your questions. This was one of the questions that was brought in as I'm answering all your questions. And so, no, I love your questions, so that way I know what relevant information to put out here that would serve you, because my heart is to serve and to help you along this fit journey. That way we don't have to do it alone. All right, as always, be brave, be kind, live authentically, and always shine. And remember, you're just one habit away. All right, choose you today, because you, my friend, are worth it.